Hey guys, so I hope all y'all had a good 4th of July. We went up to Santa Rosa, New Mexico, and then to Santa Fe. Like I said, my brother's girlfriend was in town, so she was with us. It was nice. And there's this place called the Blue Hole, and I can tell you, first of all, the pictures are so much cooler online than in person, but it's still pretty neat. It's this giant, not really giant, but decently big hole in the earth, and it's like 80 some foot deep, and it's bright blue water essentially, and you can jump off a rock probably somewhere between 10 and 20 foot and into the water. The only thing is the water is 61 degrees, so it's refreshing, quite refreshing. And it was I'm pretty sure it was even colder the day we went, because the day before we went they got 18 inches of hail. It looked like it had snowed. There was white everywhere, and we like come over the cliff into Santa Rosa, and we're like, wait, is all that snow? Why is it snowing in July? And it wasn't snow, it was all hail. I put up some pictures with that, but it was pretty neat. One of those check off the list, been there, done that, but it was cool. There were a lot of people there though, and then after that we wanted to go get something to eat, and so we're like asking like, oh, where are the good places to eat around here? And there's like 4 restaurants. It's a small place, but there are quite a few people at the Blue Hole. But they were saying, oh, well, this place is good, this place is good, oh, well, this place is on the green chili cheeseburger trail, and we're trying to get as many of them as possible. So far, success is non-existent at this point. We've been to like one, Chief Rabbit Ears, and that was last summer. But anywho, so we went to one place, closed. Went to another place, closed. Because of the hail, they'd all flooded, and there were dudes on the rooftops shoveling off the hailstones, and the hailstones were like quarter sized, if not bigger. Like, it wasn't no rinky dink hail, it was substantial, and apparently there was a lot of hail damage, so we kept driving to Santa Fe. And Santa Fe is interesting. We kind of putzed around the town. It's a pretty decently sized city, but the historic district's really, really pretty. Lots of stuff, lots of like artisan shops and whatnot, and I spent entirely way too much money and got lots of cool stuff, and one of them was the Andy's pan flute. This. Actually, yeah. It's kind of cool, because I collect all sorts of whistle, flute-y type things, and I like this kind of stuff. So that was like the most exciting thing I got, and I got a turquoise bracelet and some dark chocolate green chili pistachio chocolate, and some red chili pistachio dark chocolate, and they both assault your tongue, but they're tasty. Christy, I know you wouldn't like it, but Liz, I don't know. It's pretty good. I don't know what else I got, but it was fun. Oh, I got a Mexican bag, because I like that kind of stuff too. But I would like to go back to Santa Fe just because we didn't get to see everything. There's one church, or a chapel, and apparently in like the 1800s or something, this dude just showed up out of the middle of nowhere and built a staircase, like a spiral staircase going up without any like supporting beams. It's just like literally the spiral with stairs, and then he just disappeared. Like, nobody knew who he was, nobody knew where he came from. Like, there are rumors, like the nuns think he's some like saint. I don't know if it's Joseph or John or something. It's one of the saints. They came and did it. Then like other people who aren't with the church think he's like some French architect. I don't know, but it's really neat, and it's still there. And Dad knew about that, so we went there, and it was really cool. I can't believe that someone did that out of like one giant piece of wood in like the 1800s, and they've since put like a banister on it so people wouldn't like hurt themselves, and you can't climb it anymore for preservation reasons. But it was really neat. Liz, I don't know about your punishment. I'm gonna leave that. I guess I'm gonna have to confer with Christy. I'm not gonna go hard on you because it happens, and like I said, I got one up the last video a little after midnight, which is only because YouTube decided to crap out on me and be difficult and wouldn't let me upload it. Or it would let me, but it was like 10 hours, let's go. No. Which is really frustrating. So that's why I'm starting this a little bit earlier. And all the other thing, why are we going off East Coast time? If we went off my time, y'all would have an extra hour. Riddle me that, because that would make my life so much easier, and y'all would have till 1 to get your movie up. So, I don't know, that's a question. Apart from that, I'm happy to say that my piggies are good, or getting better. We are down to 50, unfortunately, so we can't lose more than 10 more till like October. So, we'll see. But we've had to isolate some of the bad ones because we want to get them better, and we isolated one of the culprits, one of the cannibalistic tail biters that eats off tails and ears and whatnot. And she doesn't like being by herself, but it's helping. So here's hoping. The bad news, shower crapped out today. And so while the pigs are doing better, we're not. Because now, when we went to clean the bathroom and flush the toilet, all this black gross mold came up out the shower from flushing the toilet. And it is gross. And it stinks. Worse than the pigs. I am also happy to note that we are no longer in the dark in this house, so it's not nearly as creepy. Actually, it's still pretty creepy. Especially when we found out that essentially the basement had been dug out with a spoon. Hopefully that, I don't mean that literally, but I mean like whoever lived there before was like, oh, I feel like making a basement. So they went with like a shovel and dug out their basement and then put up like cinder blocks and some drywall and it's like, ha, our basement, it's done. So the foundation's like god awful, and this one guy, he went down in there, he's like, yeah, you can kind of see daylight where the dirt's like caved in sort of thing into the basement. Yeah, so it's nice to have light, because we were on one flickering light in the entire house, and I refuse to go out there after dark because it's creepy as anything. And it makes lots of noises, and I get out of the shower and I can hear music, and there's no one else there but me. And I'm pretty sure all my creepy stories of things following me around and experience with things like that I can't explain scare the crap out of Carla, because Carla's terrified of that place. So my movie just stopped. Anyway, Liz, I will see you on Friday. Christy, I hope you have a great week. I'll see you on Monday, and pray for me because my grandmother and my great-grandmother are coming in time for my brother's 21st birthday. And hopefully I won't have, I don't know, hopefully I will have double pig duty while everyone's here, just to get me out of the house for a little bit, because otherwise I may go crazy. Love them, but they make me crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna say peace out so I can go take my shower and no longer smell like a pig.